It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers. Past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors. Director at the Illinois Association of Realtors and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
Welcome to Get Real with Eddie. Here in studio with me, I have the A-team, as always, Nancy Vallee, first from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Nancy, how are you doing today?
I am well, thank you, Eddie.
And we have Roberto Villarruel with the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Did I get it right this time?
We won. Good.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. I'm doing good. We got a whole bunch of conversations going on before we got the show started. Just tons of stuff going on. But before we get into real estate, I have to address, everybody was commenting about my coughing last week.
You were coughing.
I was coughing.
A lot.
Yes. So, and I'm still coughing. I'll try not to cough during the show today. And when I say the word cough, then all of a sudden I want to cough. I think it's psychology. But no, I did not have COVID last week. I have bronchitis. And I was on medication. And yes, I can be out and all that other fun stuff. But I'm trying to kick this bronchitis and get better on that. So we are working on that. The vid was before Christmas. Yes, we did have vid in the house, and that was before Christmas. And everybody in the house is doing well, fine, and great. So we are excited there. So why inflation shouldn't stop you from buying a home. Nancy, you want to go ahead and take lead on this one?
Sure. So homeownership offers stability and security. According to James Royal, Senior Wealth Management Reporter at Bankrate, he made the statement that a fixed-rate mortgage allows you to maintain the biggest portion of housing expenses at the same payment. Property taxes will rise and other expenses may creep up, but your monthly payment remains the same.
And I think that's it. When you're talking monthly payment, and we looked at what's going on with rents last
Rents are ridiculous.
17.8%, wasn't it? Last they said?
Over 17.
That's a crazy number. Oh my god.
I don't understand, why would you want, if you have the ability to buy a house, why would you want to pay rent?
And if you have the ability to pay that kind of rent, why wouldn't you buy a house instead as an investment? I mean, why? I guess there are certain reasons why people want to rent. Maybe for a short term, new to the area, looking for just the right house or something.
Just a job, maybe, people they travel all the time and they don't know where they're going to be long term. So maybe that's the only reason why I see that.
Yeah, but even on the traveling job, I've had that conversation with clients. And my view is, wait, you travel a lot for your job, but you've been coming back to this certain area for the last 2 or 3 years. All right? That now means you've got 2 or 3 years of equity you could have had. And if you travel a lot, okay, don't buy a single family house. There's products out there for you. Buy a duplex, buy a townhouse, buy a condo. At least your housing costs are fixed, as they, James Royal talks about here in the article. The other aspect is like a condo, all the maintenance is taken care of. You don't worry about anything.
Yeah.
And you still have a home base of operation. That's kind of how I always looked at it, as a house. It's okay, because I've traveled the world a little bit. I mean, somebody posted about a couple of weeks ago, how many states have you been to? And I actually counted. 20, I think it was at 26.
Okay.
I'm like, that's pretty impressive.
Over half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but countries, I've also been to 5 different countries. Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, which is my favorite, Australia, Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your home base of operation. You got to have that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are traveling with work, like you said, okay, fine, maybe work does move you. Make sure a rental option is possible. I mean, I had a client that didn't know what they were going to be doing. He did buy a condo, all All right, it was kind of a townhouse style condo.
Yeah.
All the maintenance outside the building's taken care of. If he does move, he can rent it out.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now that's equity for him. And here's the thing: well, you live out of state. Who's going to take care of it? We have management companies.
Sure.
Here-
Your family.
Yeah, I would personally take
Do a
it.
management company.
Yes.
But
There
are options.
The management team we have out of our Naperville office is outstanding. If you have rental property right now and you're like, oh, I'm going to sell this, I'm tired of taking care of it. Trust me, I got a rental property myself. I manage it. I'm about ready to turn it over.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do a show about talking about investment and, owning rental property, because I think rental property is going to be real estate itself is a huge hedge against inflation. And that's what this article is really about. I mean, what other assets do you have that are hedges against inflation when you think about it?
Yeah, very little.
Gold, Bitcoin supposedly, but that's untested. And I don't think gold is up that much year to date.
No, I don't think it's had the impact that real estate has.
And I don't think Bitcoin really gone up. It's been up and down, up and down. I don't think Bitcoin has had...
Bitcoin has a ways to go before it's truly stable as far as, like real estate is a solid upward trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that beats out real estate, let's be honest, in the last year, is art. Art has had a huge aspect in the last year to 2 years.
But art stagnates.
Yes.
One also other thing. Have you heard about the metaverse? Investing in buying like land in the metaverse. I've heard it's getting supposedly like that's the supposedly next big thing. So I'm not sure. How do you feel about that?
Well, that goes with the ETFs. Like, someone bought the very first tweet
Yeah.
from, who's the guy that owns Twitter, whatever. They bought his first
Jack
tweet.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And there's some other digital concepts, and that ties into blockchain, which based on and buying those things. I don't think it's as tangible, but if people put value to it, that's valuable.
Yeah.
It's
that's only worth what someone will
Yeah.
buy it for.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's.
Right?
I feel like it might be the future because it's technology it's advancing and people want to the virtual world they want to explore, and I don't know, I'm still kind of iffy. Don't know much knowledge, but it seems interesting.
Well, and that's the thing. I think the tangible assets are better because I heard baseball cards have been doing very well all of a sudden again.
Yeah.
So that is a physical piece. But yeah, I get it. A lot of people are really into that ETF, or not ETF. It's I forget what they're called.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong person right now.
ETF is actually a stock thing, but it's the that digital copy.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But
Yeah, that's a hot thing right now. But again,
It's so hot.
how if real estate is right hand, it's the one that's always there. It's always equity. Whereas all these other things, it's hot now, like art, but now it'll stagnate, or something else will come up and be really exciting, and then it'll slow down. But good old real estate, it just keeps plowing away,
You can touch it.
Yep.
Terry Trotter earlier said, I can go touch it.
Yeah,
I can touch it.
I
So
can live in it.
it might go up or down, but it's still there, and I still have a use for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
So I'm thinking it's
I don't
most
think-
stable of all.
I think right now, out of everything, it's probably had the best return and is the most stable. Gold, while gold has been very stable, it hasn't had an outstanding return in the last year or so.
Yeah, and it is stable, and you can touch it, but it's not going to. You're going to get.
And there's
it's going to have to be a big brick of gold to keep your head
and
dry
There's
when
not
it
much
rains.
return.
You know.
there's a lack of supply right now. That's the other aspect going for real estate. There's a lack of supply.
Yes.
So they can't build houses fast enough. They don't have the manpower to build them fast enough.
They don't have the supplies to build them fast enough. There's a lot going on as far as building.
Yeah, no laborers, to build the homes, none of that. I mean, it's
like 9 months to build a home right now.
yeah.
I'm seeing new construction September. I've even seen October delivery dates for new construction. We're going to like it's nothing because people are like, oh yeah, sure. I can wait till October for my new house. It's a brand new house. I get to pick everything I want. It's going to be my house, So I completely see that moving forward in a aspect. Alan Wolf, chief economist at Zonda, explains what.
If you are expecting inflation, you want to think that's a good hedge, especially with it's real estate's the way to go. It's an inflation wedge. Take advantage while you can.
Well, I mean, it's definitely better than Beanie Babies. I mean, I'll say that much.
I just watched a documentary about
On the
Beanie
Beanie
Babies.
Babies?
That's a whole different.
What is Beanie Babies? What does that mean?
Oh, Roberto!
I'm the baby, so
No, I
what
feel
is it?
really
Inform
old.
me.
So Beanie Babies were just this stuffed little animal, or like a teddy bear,
Okay.
but they were about this big.
Okay.
All right, the size of an orange. And they were filled with yeah. And in the shape of all this different things, like a cow, a duck, a frog.
Octopus, frog, whatever. They were, and it all started with trading, and these ladies from Naperville that really made the Beanie Baby thing go crazy was this women's group of moms from Naperville.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, Ty is out of Downers Grove. That was the company that owned it. And they have all these different kind of dolls and collectibles that they create and toys and stuff. And because I actually went I was 19, I think I went.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had no idea where I was going or what I was going to. And I walked in and I looked at the floor and it had a big heart with the tie in it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't remember what the job was, and no, I did not get the job. So
If you don't remember, then
yeah, I don't remember what it was, but yeah, there
was big craze.
and there were people that were buying these like crazy, swearing
Buying, selling, creating them, people spending thousands of dollars.
there was one Beanie Baby, I think, at one point that was valued over $1 million.
Could be.
I don't think.
but
I
I
don't think.
mean,
It's just something says.
yeah,
But yeah, what is a
just
baby?
crazy.
I gotta just Google that and see how
Yeah,
that looks.
go check out.
Where was
Beanie
the
Babies.
documentary
I
at?
think it was on Netflix.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Well,
Yeah,
wait.
check it out.
Was it Netflix has got the toys that made us? It had to be the toy. Was it the toys that made us?
I don't remember now.
There's two
I don't
really
know.
good
I don't remember.
things I love on Netflix, and that is the toys that made us and the movies that made us. They go back and they look at an old movie and all that, and it's like they did Die Hard.
Oh wow.
So like
Christmas movie.
yes, it is a Christmas movie. They talk about remember Die Hard. Remember the bag coming off right at the very beginning in the loading deck, and there's no ambulance, and then they're backing out and they have the ambulance there. Right? That's because the movie was getting made before the actual whole script was finished. They didn't have an ending to the movie yet. So, yeah, you gotta go back. Those great if you're looking for some binge watching. The toys that made us and the movies that made us. My personal favorite was the Star Wars toys. That was just awesome.
Well,
So,
I'm not surprised by that.
of course not. I mean, who wouldn't be surprised about that?
That's
So,
true.
all right. Moving ahead here. When is it the right time to sell? Talking about selling today in today's market. Is it the right time to sell? Well, buyer activity is up 12.5%. Nancy, you can attend to that. You just took a new listing.
I did. I took a new listing, and within just a couple hours, we were having multiple requests for showings. They're out there. Buyers are out there.
Yeah, a couple requests. It's 10 o'clock at night. I got an agent calling me because I'm team lead because of the way the MLS works, wanting a code to get into the house. And their appointment wasn't until like 2 in the afternoon until tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah. But she was getting in that house.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, she's like, I need a code. I'm like, well, I can't give you a code because I don't even know if you were confirmed. I hadn't even seen the showing instructions because I think you went live at like 9 o'clock and my phone's blowing up at 10.
Yeah.
So it was week. So, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Limited inventory. Inventory's down 26.8% year over year. That's going to make a big impression. I mean, Roberto, do you see inventory coming back in any way?
Honestly, for me, I mean, I don't really see it. To alleviate the demand, I think it's just too much. Not enough new homes, just not enough mortgage for the demand. I mean, it's.
And I think you hit the nail right on the head. There's not enough inventory for the demand.
Yeah.
We're up in listings.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Crest Hill in a second. We've got more listings in the last 12 months in Crest Hill. Guess what? We still don't have enough houses to demand. That's the issue. Multiple offers are at 3.8 right now.
All day.
They were down to 3.1.
I'm telling you, everything is multiple offers. In December, everything was multiple offers. November, December, bidding wars.
And we were down to 3.1 on the stats in November. So,
Cool. Around here.
well,
I think
around here is
we were
always
a little
higher.
bit higher. This is national, but I think around here we were a little bit higher.
Well, and that's the thing. With national was 3.1.
Yeah.
So national is 3.8 now. So we're already starting to go up in multiple offers.
Yes.
That is telling me, again, we're going to have a very competitive summer.
Oh,
We've talked about that.
It's competitive now.
Yeah.
January.
Yeah. Homes are selling quickly, 18 days on the market. We're seeing 24 days
Yeah.
on some communities. So, the numbers are a little skewed with the way our MLS works.
I wonder that too. 18 days, and our 18 days, what? Because we're tuned into our market right at the moment. It's 18 days in October, November.
So here, the one thing is if I do listing on the 1st of February, okay, I have under MLS guidelines, all right, and for those real estate agents that are, we know are listening, I know there's a, private network. I know there's you don't have to, list into the MLS just yet. You can keep it off the MLS, but the way the rules are that overall, 4 days to get it into the MLS. So if I take a listing on the 1st and I put it into the MLS for a list date on the 1st, it actually goes live, be going out to the internet, going out to the world on the 3rd. That's 48 hours. It's really been only out there for maybe an hour or two on the 3rd, but the MLS shows 2-day market time. It shows a 2-day market time.
Which is kind of funky.
So and I don't know how other MLSs throughout the country work. I only can refer to what we use here in Chicago and the greater area, because we're part of MRED, which scopes from Wisconsin down to Bloomington.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I think that's
again,
what
when it's national, like you said, I mean, how do they work it in Colorado or California or South Carolina or,
All right, let's take a quick dive into Crest Hill numbers. So, as I was saying, new listings are down 6.7% month over month in November for 14 listings total. The closed sales are 11 closed sales, down 26.7. The median sales price is $225 on the money, making me happy as a Crest Hill resident.
definitely.
That's up 25%. So average sales price is $239,591, up 17.2% on the average. Percentage of list price received 98.3. Average market time 25 days, as we just talked for November. Yeah. And inventory of homes at the end of November, there were 10 houses.
That's crazy.
10.
I can fit that many in my
10 houses in your driveway.
like
10 cars.
10 cars. It's like a little.
I see where you're going with that.
Thank
So-
God somebody does.
Well, I have to spend all my time in my mind, so I can read other people's minds very
That's
easily.
really scary if you can read mine.
Being in my mind, that's a place. So, it might not be either. Let's be honest.
It's kind of scary in there.
So, yep. So, median sales price in the trailing 12 months is a lot higher. $224,500, up 16.6%. So, $242,500 for median sales price in Crest Hill.
That's wild, just in and of itself, because if you look in we're talking trailing 12, but it just shows, it highlights how quickly prices have jumped in that market.
Yeah. All right. So attached single family, just to round this out, median sales price is $207,500. So $207,500 makes me happy as someone that owns up 57.2%. The average sales price is $195,817, up 4%. And the price of the 100.7. Average market time 20 days and 14. So total between attached and detached 24 units. 14 attached units.
Still in just a little parking lot of houses.
And Crest Hill's like a population of like 20,000, right?
Just
Yeah.
over 20,000.
Yeah.
And they're between 20 to, they're not at 25,000.
Okay.
So they're but they're over 20,000.
That's nothing.
But yeah, 24 houses, that's nothing.
I personally love Crest Hill. They got very low bills. Cost of living, I think, I'd love to see a cost of living analysis done. But
I've always said it's the hidden gem.
it is. I've said the same thing. Because I'll get clients that'll go, well, I want Joliet, I want Romeoville, I want Lockport, I want Plainfield. And they're, what about Crest Hill? Oh, yeah, put Crest Hill in too.
Yeah, nobody thinks about it. Everybody forgets it's there, but it's a great deal.
Yeah. All right. We're going to talk about what's going to happen once again with home prices. This year we got something coming up here on Get Real with Eddie. Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. If you've got questions, we have solutions. Give us a call. You can reach Nancy at the Ruettiger Group at...
You can reach me at 815-545-1162.
Or you can give me a call at 815-823-5478. We can answer any questions you have on what's going on in the market right now. So, what is going to happen with prices this year? Almost after 2 years of double-digit increases, many experts thought home price appreciation would decelerate, yes, or happen at a slower pace in the last quarter of 2021. However, the last home price insight report from CoreLogic indicates while prices may have plateaued, appreciation has definitely not slowed. The following graph shows the year-over-year appreciation. And when you're looking at it, the year-over-year appreciation for August, September, October, November is at 18%. So it's percent of increase. We were seeing, January, February started around 10, year over year. So they're comparing it to the last month. And October, November still, 18.1. I don't see these appreciations slowing down, and I haven't seen it in our market at all.
No, it's not slowing down.
No.
Slowing down. It's steady as she goes. It's not crazy wild, but it's definitely not slowing down.
It's not slowing down at all. And with that being said, why haven't we seen the deceleration many expected? So experts had projected a supply of housing inventory would increase in the last half of 2021, and homebuyer demand would decrease, as it historically does in the year, since all pricing is subject to supply and demand. It seems the appreciation would wane under those conditions. Buyer demand, however, did not slow as much as expected, and the number of listings available for sale dropped instead of improving.
I'm not surprised by that. I had multiple buyers out and getting beat out. They're still out looking, or they were going under contract later in the fall, that kind of thing. I had buyers that I've been working with for several months. Now, they've taken breaks intermittently in the process, but buyers are still out there.
Roberto, are you running into any of that when it comes to what's going on with the buyers or anything?
Yeah, I have this one client that, we kind of took a break, during the holidays. I mean, it's the holidays, they don't want to go out, they want to be a family, and we took a break. But yeah, we kept getting beat with offers. I mean, we made an offer, and, there was other offers that were better. So we lost on those offers, but we're still looking.
So looking at the active listing decline in 2021 in thousands, so this is in thousands, there were 600,000 in January. In December of this year, the inventory was at its all-time low of 483,000. That is the lowest it was all year.
And we were struggling all year.
Yes. Well, especially May, June, July.
Oh, yeah.
I had people crying, and I get it and I understand it. They put in an offer and get beat. Put in an offer, get beat. Put in an offer. I mean, how many people did you hear? Well, we made 6 offers, 7 offers, 8 offers, we lost them all.
Yeah. That's when you're breaking out the taco truck, because you're trying to be creative and win offers.
Yeah, you're just trying to make your offer stand out for what's going on. So there are 3 reasons why the number of listings, our active listings, didn't increase as expected. 1, there hasn't been a surge of foreclosures as the forbearance program comes to an end. Sorry, we've been talking about that for so long. New construction slowed considerably because of supply chain challenges. Absolutely. We've been talking about that.
Yeah.
Many
problem all year.
Many believe more sellers would put their house on the market once the concerns about the pandemic began to ease. However, those concerns have not yet disappeared, as we know, because of the new variant. A recent article published by Com. So would it be com.com then? I'm just wondering.
Com.com?
Maybe it's a typo. Maybe it was somebody in there.
That's kind of a typo, doesn't it?
Well, that's original. Com.com.
Com.com. I'm going to go check that site out. So I don't know who posted this then. Because it looks like we had Before the Omicron variant of COVID-19 appeared on the scene, the 2021 housing market was rebounding healthily from previous waves of pandemic and turned downright bullish at the end of the year approached. And then the new Omicron strain hit. Sorry, I just like saying Omicron that way. The strain hit in November, followed by a December dip in new listings. Was this sudden drop due to Omicron or just the typical holiday season lull? I think it was the season lull. I don't think we were dealing with Omicron just yet.
No, I don't think we. Later in December, that's when it really started to make moves. So, yeah, I think it was just seasonal.
Yeah, just the holidays. People
The
don't
seasonal
wanna,
dip.
Yeah.
They didn't want to put their house up in the holiday season.
That's, yep.
Yeah, people just. And I think the emphasis this year, too, because of COVID, last year, year before, nobody could get together. So there was a lot more of, hey, we just want to be with family. We just want to not be hassled. So I think that made a big difference.
All right, so 2 ways homebuyers can win in today's market. So, number 1, act early and save. Oh my goodness, I'm preaching this right now. Get
Oh my
out
gosh,
there.
yes.
Get qualified. Okay, I'm not buying till, I don't want to buy till May, June, July. All right, go get qualified now because, there's some stupid bill collector that thinks you owe him money, but you don't. So you can get that kicked off your credit because it's going to take you 2 months to do it.
Yes. There was an incident with a lender, the client, there was a zero balance on something that happened 10 years ago that ended up pushing close back. They had to get a letter. Come to find out that debt had been sold 4 or 5 times. They had to chase it down. Then they had to come to find out they owed $1,000. Had to take care of it. Couldn't close. I mean, get pre-qualified. Get it done. Take care of that problem.
According to Freddie Mac, the average fixed-rate mortgage is expected to be 3.5% by the year's end. We got an email that said it was 3.5% this week. Or last week. Last week.
I think it's going to dip a little.
I think it's going to dip a little. We were talking about this off air, that there's some people that think mortgage rates are going to go down. If they're talking about going from 3.5 down to like 3.2.
That's where I'm thinking it might. 3.2,
and then we're going to start.
3.
And then we start going back up.
Yes. I think we're going to have a little boop, and then it's going to, by May, it's going to be up to 3.5 solid. Like, no dippy. It's going to.
I don't know. At this rate and what's going on, I could see us, if they do the 3 Fed rates, and granted, it's tied to the bonds, it's not tied to what the Fed rate does, but it does have, in my view, an unrelated impact, because it's all big picture. I can see us actually being higher than almost 4 by the end of the year at this point. I'm starting to wonder if interest rates are going to hit 4.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm still going with 3.7.
I'm
going to still hang with the 3.7.
I'm definitely with you on the 3.7, I think, but we'll see. It's going to be an interesting aspect. So, buy now, move later. Keep in mind, with higher buyer demand, we're likely seen today, you be competing against other potential buyers, which means you need to find a way to stay out. One way to accomplish this is negotiating with the seller and preset terms that meet their ideal needs. In other words, they want to move in July. Hey, I'll buy the house now and we can close in July.
Yeah. Do a rent pick, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Danielle Hale, chief economist of Realtor.com, explains, for buyers with more flexible timelines, such as those making a move from a big city, offering a couple extra months on the close date could sweeten the deal for sellers who also need to buy their next home.
They're looking too.
All right, let's jump over. Talk about that new listing of yours in Marseilles. Nancy, what do you got going on?
I have a brand new listing on the market, 24 hours. 1001 Carter in Marseilles. It is a lovely ranch, 3-bedroom, 3 full bath with finished basement. So it's 1,388 square feet with 1,300 square feet of basement. Lovely. They have redone this house all in the last 5 years. Beautiful acacia wood floors, quartz countertops in the kitchen, soft close drawers, all the accoutrements, brand new carpet, bathrooms redone, lovely retiled, master shower, exercise room, family room in the basement, bonus room, all kinds of things. And they put in a semi-in-ground pool last summer because they were going to stay, found their dream home, so they're moving. So you've got a wonderful home.
I love the laundry room, honestly. The laundry room, I'm not a fan of front-loading washers and dryers, but still, I mean, it's a beautiful laundry room with the way that's set up.
Yeah, it's a nice, just very efficient laundry room with some storage. It's got the washer, dryer, a nice sink, some shelving for storage, and then a pantry size.
The exercise room actually gets me really excited also because, I mean, I've been just, like I said, trying to recover from the AIDP. I'm working out like crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just
great.
awesome.
It's very lovely.
In the kitchen with the quartz countertop, that's
Yep.
Nice.
All redone,
Nice.
double oven. So, yeah,
That's nice.
very nice home.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back from the break, real estate professionals are experts at keeping you safe. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie. Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. Hey, if you need information on buying or selling, give Roberto a call. Roberto, where's the best number and website to reach you at?
It's 815-995-5433, and the website is casaswithroberto.com.
Awesome. All right. Real estate professionals are experts at keeping you safe when you sell. Oh my goodness, are we ever? I mean, honestly.
Yes.
We have so many protocols in place. So real estate advisors stay current on guidance for in-person showings. This is both from the CDC and from the National Association. So if you're looking at a COVID reason, we are up to date on what's going on and how to keep you safe during the pandemic in a showing.
Yes.
Masks are still required when showing. I'm wearing a mask in every single property I go into.
Me as well.
I'm around my clients, I'm wearing masks. So,
I do as well.
we have digital tools to help enhance your aspect of selling the house. So, the virtual tours, 3D tours, video tours, we've been doing all of those.
Yes, since COVID started.
Yep.
I do a lot of video tours.
Yep, the COVID pandemic is impacting members in unpredicted ways and raising numerous and unique and novel issues for real estate industry. And it has. Remember when we were looking for rubber gloves?
Oh my gosh, yes. At the beginning, and we couldn't find gloves. We were trying to find just any PPE was very difficult to find.
It really was to try to find stuff right at the beginning. We were trying to find gloves, masks, everything. And, we got away from wearing gloves. I haven't worn gloves in a long time.
No.
No.
But I bring a bottle of the, spray so we can, because I use the
Hand
spray.
sanitizer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I like the spray. So I always have hand sanitizer. I always have multiple masks. If anybody needs a mask, I've always got them,
I understand you like it. You're not supposed to drink it. I'm just saying. need to stop that habit.
Really? It's so good.
Oh, God. Try to make a joke in there where it goes. All right. Anyways, agents use a variety of methods. So we have virtual open house tours and listing appointments, high quality photos, websites, and social media. We have e-signature aspects and video conferencing. And these are all tools that we've been using for a long time. And many of these tools we were using before COVID.
Yes. So it's kind of nice because we were ready to make that pivot.
Video conferencing, I wasn't doing. I'll be honest, because I was doing I want to sit down with my clients one on one.
Yeah. Well, I was doing it for like open houses and that kind of stuff, but especially last summer because of COVID, but also because they couldn't get clients in the houses fast enough. I was doing a lot of video tours because I could drop what I was doing and go show them a house. At least they would know if it was worth trying to get in there to take a look at.
Especially when you have that buyer that's far away.
Yes.
You know.
Because I had a lot of out-of-town buyers last year.
You did. You had a ton of people that were like, I mean, not like out of state, but they lived anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half away, I think.
Chicago, Rockford, that kind of thing. You know, north side of Chicago, Rockford and stuff. So it made it very difficult to get them out here for showing last minute. And if you didn't do it right away, it was gone. So, yeah.
All right, before we head out for the day, one more little graph for you guys. How to hit your home buying goals for 2022. So our first little aspect, if you're looking to buy a home, you may want to put these items on your to-do list. What is our first item on the to-do list?
Can I just interject this because our little graph, I feel like it's kind of got us out of sync. I think a pre-approval is the first step. To speak to a lender and find out if you need work on your credit, if you need this or that. I would start there.
So the graph starts off with save for your down payment. To help reach your saving goals, automatically check the accounts, and set a portion of your paycheck off to the side. I have to kind of agree with you though, Nancy. I think it does. I think you really should start with the lender. So we're going to continue on, and I want to come back to that concept. The second is work on your credit. How do you work on your credit if you don't know what your credit is?
That's my point. You don't know what you're working on, and the lenders look at it differently than going online and looking at Credit Karma or something like that. They know what they're looking for and what will count against you or for you when it comes to a mortgage. They know how, take care of this little thing and it'll boost up your credit score by 40 points or whatever. You got to start with the lender. Okay.
The other aspect is those online portals. I've seen off 20 to 30 points on the credit scores.
Terrible.
Yes. So they're I've seen 20 to 30 points off, and 20 or 30 points can make a difference on whether you're getting a home or not and getting a mortgage or not. Work with a real estate professional is the next one. We'll come back to that. And then last one is get approved. And I think you're right. I think this needs to, I don't know if this is supposed to be in order.
I don't think it is in order. It's just a random list of things you need to do, honestly.
Well, in a perfect world, I would put it in order, and I would speak to a lender first.
In a perfect world, I'd be king.
In a perfect world, I would be Grand Poobah. There you go.
That's still under king.
No,
Just saying.
Grand Poobah is Grand Poobah.
I like the fact of where I would put work with a real estate. I would call your real estate agent first.
Yes, because then they can put you in with the lender.
Yeah.
I really think that's key because they're going to put, the reason is we're testing these lenders every single day. We know which ones are good, which ones are bad. We know where to send you. And we have a list. It's not like, oh, go see this one. No, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Call them all. Get the best price.
Yes.
So.
And they have different.
Some are better with first-time home buyers, and some
Exactly. And they have different stuff in their
Different
portfolio,
niches,
which, you know.
Well, and we've been taking meetings all since the beginning of the year on that with lenders. Okay, what can you do? What is your niche? What is your thing? So I think that it's a valid point, and it makes a big difference. So, yeah, I would definitely be calling the agent, then getting the lender, and then you know how much you need to save, and you know what to work on in your credit.
Yeah. Because if you're going with an FHA at 3.5%, etc., about a VA, you don't need any down, then you've got all kinds of programs, for down payment assistance. You need those numbers.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you really do need those numbers, and you need to know where your payments are falling and where everything's going to be at. So,
and don't start it a month before you want to buy. Start it 6 months or a year before you want to buy.
I completely agree with that. So, I think that's something that's always thinking, well, I want to wait. I don't want to check my credit. No, again, check your credit now to kick off that bogus charge that shouldn't be on there. So, all right, well, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. If you guys got any questions, don't forget you can go to our website and check out all the articles there and some other information, as always, at getrealwitheddie.com. So keep us in mind, as always, and until next time, as always, remember this time.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.